All right, guys, so we just finished up talking about the story of creation on the 1st, and here on December 2nd, we're going to dive into the next step, which I titled the Sin Serpent, which is a term that I created, really combining the serpent in Genesis chapter 3 with sin that was crouching at the door in Cain's story in Genesis 4. And I combined it together to kind of bring those two stories together. We can definitely read them as a progression of here's what happened with Adam and Eve, and then in the next generation, here's what happened. And that's definitely the way the Bible tells the story, but I think that it's meant to be parallel pictures of the same thing happening. And so I tried to sort of bring those two ideas together into a single enemy called the Sin Serpent, which will be a huge character throughout the story. You'll see him come up a lot. But so this is really talking about the fall from that perfect creation that God had made in Genesis 1 and 2, and seeing how sin weasels its way in chapters 3 and 4, and how that corrupts the purposes that God had for humanity, how they reject the purposes that God had given them, and how those consequences begin to play out. So it's really about that going off the rails from God's creation. So that's what we've got here on December 2nd for the Sin Serpent. Thanks.